Aries, we're going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys, Aries. All right, Aries, let's see. Aries. Oh. King of Pentacles and the Temperance card just came out, so I feel like this, I gotta tell you, I feel like this is either something is becoming more stable, or I feel like there's maybe something that you are, for some of you guys, I even wonder if like there's something financial here, or whatever this is. I actually get this as really positive energy, all right? But I'm not sure if this is like you're feeling more like just stable or more grounded in something, or there's something that's like maybe become like less chaotic, I almost want to say. Or again, this could be like a financial thing for some of you guys. Reverse Knight of Cups, all right. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Aries. Okay, I'm getting a different message too here, Aries. I'm also understanding something about where I wonder if you like kind of felt one way about something. Okay, this could even be something about yourself, that kind of thing. I wonder if there's been something here that is like either slow down your progress or process with something, or I wonder if you are maybe playing it small for the fear of being seen, or the fear of being like not correct about something, okay, that kind of stuff. Like I'm understanding almost it's like you're holding yourself back, okay, that kind of thing. I do understand something regarding that. I don't know, that's what I'm feeling. So all right, let's get into your reading and see what's up, Aries. There's the Magician card. So whatever's going on, there seems to be like, you definitely have like power, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. And I also feel like whatever this is, you have like the tools to get something done here, accomplished, that kind of stuff, okay? But there's an interesting energy like kind of combined with that. So let's see, what's this all about? Three of Cups, all right. Okay, let's see. Oh boy, all right. For some of you guys, this might even, well, we're eventually going to get into your reading, but for some of you guys, this might even have to do with something from the past, okay? That kind of thing that's maybe shaping the way you're looking at a situation currently. So, all right, let's see. Okay, Aries. So, Aries, you guys have the Four of Cups here, and this is showing up for like the area of your mind. So I think there's actually something that I want to say that you're maybe deep thinking about something here, okay? Maybe even questioning if something is the right fit, or if you feel like you're emotionally attached to a situation anymore, or a person, whatever this is, okay? That kind of stuff. I do think that there's something here you might be considering like, okay, I want to take this opportunity, but I swear I feel like there's been something in the past that has like I don't know, is making you feel either like hesitant, or making you feel like something's not going to be reciprocated, or something like that, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling here. So in the area of your feelings, you guys have the Eight of Swords, so it does feel like there's an energy of being like stuck, okay? That kind of stuff. You might be, and that's what I'm saying. I do think that there's this feeling of being like stifled, being, you know, held back, that kind of stuff, okay? Maybe even feeling like, well, I have to like stay here for this time period, or whatever the heck it is, all right? That kind of stuff. But in the area of your mind, it does feel like it's almost like you're like, I don't know, do I even care about this, or is somebody else gonna even care about this, that kind of thing. So all right, you have the King of Cups, and this is showing, I was gonna say this is working in your environment, so maybe, okay, but this is showing up in your environment. So this seems to be, this is either somebody who like actually kind of, I think, is maybe seen in a situation neutrally, or this is somebody who maybe has gone through the exact same thing or something similar that you've gone through, and they might be like just understanding it, you know what I'm saying, or being able to handle something without like without like wearing like their heart on their sleeves, or something about that, okay? But I also understand this is somebody, if this is a person, somebody who's like, you know, just like a good listener, or somebody who again has like been through enough stuff that they are able to like kind of like put their like own emotions, or frustrations, or whatever it is, like on the side for a second to possibly help you out with something, okay? Now, on the other side of things, this could be somebody who is actually not the nicest person in the world, okay? This King of Cups energy, especially because you have this like Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords here, this could be possibly somebody who is maybe a little bit manipulative about something, or is maybe making you feel like almost walking on eggshells in some type of capacity. So obviously we're going to clarify and see what's going on, but that's what I'm seeing so far here. So all right, for your possible goal, what you guys are wanting, you have the Nine of Wands. I feel like you are wanting, I want to say, it almost feels like you want somebody to give you like another shot at something, or you're like, you know what, I want to continue with this, but first I need to like give myself some like time, you know, that kind of stuff. And again, it's like in the area of your mind, I do think that you guys are like deep thinking, that kind of stuff, maybe trying to see how something could actually like work out, like could this work out, that kind of stuff. And again, I do understand something about like, is your heart still in it, you know, that kind of stuff, whatever this is. So all right, I wonder if you're even maybe wanting somebody to like lower their guard for you, or you know, something like that, or you're wanting, maybe even you're wanting to lower your own guard with something, but there just might be, you know, things in the way, okay, like past experiences, whatever the heck it is, or just like, I don't know, everyday things, whatever's going on here. So all right, for the possible issue, you guys have the Eight of Pentacles here. I feel like this is maybe being a little bit of a workaholic, okay, like really focusing on work, that kind of stuff. All right, I wonder if maybe, you know, it could be that maybe somebody around you is maybe even feeling kind of like ignored, but is taking it in like a really good way, okay, or is I don't want to say that, but is maybe again, just like not reveal, like it has like a poker face, you know, that kind of energy. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So for the issue, again, it could be that there's maybe this is either something that's like, I want to say a learned behavior, and by that that's what I'm saying is like all this stuff in the past might have kind of like infiltrated what you're doing right now. And it could be like, you know, that you're again bringing stuff from the past into like whatever this current situation is. Or this could be, again, maybe somebody who is maybe a little bit like not opening up to you, or is being a little bit manipulative in some type of way. And it could be because they are just like really, really focused on work, that kind of stuff, okay? For some of you guys, I also understand, I almost want the I want the Hierophant to come out, that's fine. But I meant to say I wouldn't be surprised if the Hierophant comes out, because I also understand this Eight of Pentacles as possibly being like, well, I need to find a new way to do this, or I need to do this in like a really freaking efficient way, something about that, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's like the process in which you're doing something, okay? Or the way that you are repeating something, like maybe one after another. So I got to tell you, for some of you guys, you might actually be like really good at something, really skilled at something, but you might be not giving yourself credit for that, okay? Maybe there's like a bit of perfectionist, or a bit of like you know, feeling like well, if it's not perfect, then it's nothing, or you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. So all right, let's see. Okay, I really want to say apprentice, but I don't I know that's like a keyword for this, okay, but I don't, there's I feel like I'm going to say this wrong, like the Magician's Apprentice or something like that. It's from Fantasia. I don't know. I think it is. I don't know. But for whatever reason, that's like sticking out in my head, okay? And I'm pretty sure the Magician was somewhere. The Magician was somewhere. So, all right, let's see. So you guys have the Chariot card, and this is showing up as your opportunity. So, okay, you have the opportunity to like make progress here, okay? Absolutely. And also I want to say, to get control of something, maybe something that you're feeling like, well, I don't have any control in this, I don't have any say in whatever this is, okay? Eight of Swords showing up for the area of your feelings. So whatever's going on here, I definitely understand something about you have the opportunity to get control of something, that kind of stuff, okay? And have some sort of progress on whatever this is. But again, it's like maybe there's a more efficient way to do something, or it maybe this is about like learning a different way to do something, or even like just like the way you're being efficient about something, you know, that kind of stuff. It might be like, okay, working for a little bit and then like getting distracted, or like whatever it is, that kind of stuff. All right. That's what I'm feeling. I also understand, I don't know what this means, but I'm also understanding like a bunch of things that are the same, and then like one of them broke, or one of them, something like that. There's something that, I don't know, that needs to be like, like all the rest of them, or something like that. I don't know, something regarding that. So I'm not really sure what that's about. So, all right, let's see, Aries. Let's see what else. So let's clarify this, and then we'll get some more information. Aries. Whoa. Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Whatever this is here might kind of work out a lot better than you are anticipating, or something just might like, I want to say kind of surprise you in the way things are kind of like shifting, you know, that kind of thing. It almost feels like something maybe being out of your control is actually maybe working in your favor. So, all right, let's see. There's the Two of Wands. So I like that, especially with all this like progress energy popping up for you guys. All right. Okay, so with the Four of Cups, you guys have the Two of Wands here, and this is showing up for the area of your mind. So yeah, this to me feels like it's almost like you're like questioning or thinking to yourself, like, if my heart is still involved in this, or if I really want to accept this opportunity, that kind of thing, it's almost like you're thinking like, well, I'm going to have to make the first move on it, or I'm going to at least have to start planning on something, or, kind of yeah, like making those first steps with something. It almost feels like right now, something that you're thinking about is like kind of up in the air. It's almost like, do I want to accept this, that kind of stuff? Do I feel like, again, do I feel like this is like a good fit, or this is going to work out, that kind of stuff? That's what I'm feeling like you're thinking about. I wonder if you're trying to maybe like get a plan together, or kind of get something up and running, that kind of stuff. All right. That's what I'm feeling. All right. And I'm also understanding this, like this thing of like you being like, yeah, but is there a better fit for that? Or is there like, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. It almost feels like you're like, I don't want to make a decision right now, because what if something changes? That's almost what I'm feeling. Okay. All right. So you have the 8 of Swords, and you have it with the 2 of Pentacles here. And this is showing up for the area of your feelings. So yes, I feel like you're just trapped by maybe having to do multiple different things at once. Okay. That kind of stuff. What I'm also understanding is maybe feeling trapped by being like, okay, I said yes to this thing, and I said yes to this thing. I'm, how can I be at, 2 places at one time, that kind of thing. That might be something that you're just kind of like feeling the pressure of that kind of stuff. Okay. I also feel like there is something here where you might be feeling like something is one-sided, or, that there's an energy of, this is one-sided. And I also think that there might be something that you're feeling maybe a little bit like, well, this isn't fair. I'm always the one who has to be like trapped here. I'm always the one who has to kind of like maybe even figure out how to get out of something, that kind of stuff. That might be something here. So, all right. All right, you guys have the King of the King of Cups and the 2 of Swords. So that's kind of cool. It kind of feels like the King of Swords. So that's showing up in your environment. Again, I think that this is somebody who is ignoring a particular thing, either on behalf of like your comfort level for something here, or this is somebody who is having a hard time relating to a situation because they have not dealt with it. Okay, that kind of stuff. So that is what I'm feeling. This might be somebody, again, who's like they're not understanding something, or they're not they're maybe, this could even be somebody who's like, listen, it's either this way or that way, and that's friggin' what it is, that kind of stuff. Okay, but I feel like you are more of like a deep thinker, and I feel like you're more of like, yeah, but there's got to be other options. Like it can't just be like this, it's either this thing or it's that thing, that kind of stuff. This feels like very like, kind of black and white thinking, that kind of situation happening in your environment. And the more that we're going into this reading, I do understand. I mean, I'm getting 2 completely different like energies with this, okay, in your environment. Again, I'm understanding somebody who is like, who's maybe relating to something that they have not seen before, or this is somebody who is refusing to like, be kind of, maybe it's kind of cold emotionally for one reason or another, because they're like literally like they're like avoiding something, or they're not understanding something, or they don't want to understand something. Okay, that kind of stuff. I even wonder if you're feeling like, well, it's my job to make this person understand, or that kind of stuff. Okay, you might be feeling like this person's being a little bit closed-minded, that kind of stuff. I don't think this is coming from your energy, because it feels like you are more of an open-minded or like deep thinking, that kind of stuff. For me, if you're a deep thinker, that typically doesn't come with being closed-minded, So, all right, let's see. You guys have the 9 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. This is showing up for your goal here. So yes, I feel like there is something about maybe taking like a little bit of a break with something, or like kind of like collecting your energy so that you're able to like keep doing whatever it is that you're either protecting, defending, or that you've like you're sticking up for, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. Okay, what I also think is, I think that there's something here that you might have the desire here to possibly have somebody, again, maybe lower their guard for you, that kind of situation. Okay, that could certainly be part of whatever's going on here. But I feel like this is, I gotta tell you, I also feel like this might be that you're just like, what, I want somebody to like stick up for me. Like I want somebody to like kind of like, yeah, to stick up for you in some sense. Okay, and maybe to do it in like a really like either a consistent way, or doing it in a way that is like you don't have to question it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this feels like a very opposite energy from this King of Cups and 2 of Swords. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this feels like, okay, hot and cold. I don't know what I'm getting here. That kind of stuff. It feels like what you're wanting is just consistency. And I do understand something about somebody like sticking up for you. It's like, you don't have to think about it, because you're like, somebody has my back, or somebody's going to like stick up for me, defend me, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. Okay. I do understand that. I also get something about time, like somebody being like, hold the time, or don't, like wait for a specific time of something. Okay. I don't know that, I'm not sure, but I'm picking that up for somebody. So, all right, you guys have the Tower card, and this is showing up as like what to do about this goal here. So I got to tell you, I think that this is just like shaking up the situation, maybe doing something that is like really kind of different than you're used to doing, that kind of stuff. What I also say is this could be surprising somebody else, because you might be like, you know what, I've had it. I'm not going to like deal with closed-minded thinking, or I'm not going to deal with like somebody who's maybe like really stuck in their ways and is refusing to see like another, I don't know, something else, or you know, or if something is hitting their they're not feeling so great about something, maybe they're angry or they're, I don't know, frustrated. You know, I just think this King of Cups generally is not super thrilled about something that's going on here. And again, there might be this like avoidance energy, but see, that's what I'm saying. I think that's for the majority of whoever's watching this reading. But I will say, I am also picking up an energy of somebody who is ignoring something or avoiding something because they are a nice person. They're like, it's almost like you know, if like somebody like falls down or something like that, and it's like you kind of pretend, oh my god, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that, so that there's not like friggin' embarrassment or whatever the heck. Like, I almost get that energy too. Okay, so interesting. All right, so let's see, for what to avoid, you guys have the Temperance card here. So I feel like there is something about maybe avoiding like waiting for the right time, okay, that kind of stuff. I do think that that's maybe part of whatever it is. Again, I feel like there is a bit of hesitation or overthinking something, being like, okay, hold on, I got to reevaluate this, hold on, blah, blah, you know, that kind of stuff. I do understand that. So it could be that it's like, hey, what to do is maybe cause some type of like shakeup, or realizing like the truth of some situation. And it could be what to avoid is to either try and change everybody's mind about whatever's going on here, or it could be to avoid I almost want to say avoid playing devil's advocate. Weirdly enough, I almost want to say that. And I also want to say something about, again, avoiding that the idea that maybe something has to be done at a certain time. Okay, that kind of stuff. So, all right. Okay. Yeah, like waiting for like the perfect time. Like, you know, people say like, oh, like the perfect time to have kids. There's not a perfect time to have kids. Kids are friggin' expensive, man. They're expensive. They're exhausting. They're awesome, but they are really expensive and they're tiring. Kids are awesome. Okay. I got kids. They're awesome. But, you know, it's like those things, people are like, oh, you know, waiting for the right time. There's never a right time to lose all your sleep. And, okay, it is what it is. So, all right. For the possible issue here, you guys have the 8 of Pentacles, and then you have it with the 3 of Cups. Okay, so maybe there's an issue, and maybe like kind of, I want to say like goofing off when you're maybe supposed to be like, I don't know, focused on something here, that kind of stuff. Okay, no judgment. That's like the story of my life. So I mean, I understand that, but that maybe is part of whatever's going on here. Okay, I also wonder if there's maybe like a situation at work where, I don't know, I understand like a work party or something like that, or celebrating something maybe like too early or whatever the heck it is. Okay, that kind of stuff. I also understand someone's like, okay, I'm like, we're gonna celebrate something, or we're gonna, you know, I don't know, hang out with friends or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. But I wonder if it's like somebody else would more so rather be working on something. And what I'm also understanding is like when it's time to like reveal something, or it's time to be like, okay, this is like the product of all of our work, that kind of thing, there's like some type of like issue or hold up in that way, you know, that kind of stuff. So, oh, there's the Hierophant. So you do have the Hierophant, and this is showing up as what to do here. I almost feel like this is going to somebody who is like a real expert on something, okay, that kind of stuff. I understand this being like, there's somebody who maybe is like, maybe this is somebody who's just learning something, okay, or is like trying to get better at a particular thing, but I wonder if they are sharing information that is not accurate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, okay, you're learning this thing, maybe you're sharing information, it's like, oh gosh, that turned out to be not true or not accurate. That might have that might be why you're in this 4 of Cups and 2 of Wands kind of energy, being like, yeah, okay, well, so now what do I do with this? Or, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So I certainly do understand that. So there could definitely be something about maybe even relying on the way that you even learn something yourself, or about like the way that you believe, your own belief about yourself, that kind of thing. That could be something that you could kind of like put into play there. But I also do understand this about like, maybe like studying something like in like a classic way. Like I almost want to say classic guitar, like classic or classical. I don't mean classic like classic rock. I mean like you know, being trained classically. I don't know. That's what I'm understanding off of that. Okay. So it could be, it's like, going to somebody who like really, really knows something, like, that kind of stuff. All right. All right. So let's see. You guys have the Fool card, and this is showing up as what to avoid. So I feel like I would, if there's been something that you've like held yourself back from because you maybe felt like nobody cared about something, or because maybe somebody kind of took your power away, or acted, really like blasé about something that maybe you were really stoked about. I feel like it's like, don't hold yourself back because somebody else doesn't like what you're doing, because guess what? That is the world. There's always going to be somebody out there who does not like what you're doing. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? If you're not friggin' hurting somebody or yourself, okay, people are going to get mad. What are you going to do? It is what it is. I mean, seriously, you could go crazy and think about it all day, or you could just, live your life and do some cool stuff. So, and I feel like you're in the energy of really being like, I don't want to be stifled anymore. I don't want to be like, closed-minded and this kind of stuff. I don't think so. I feel like you're more like, it almost feels like you're like, if I'm trapped for one more second, I'm going to friggin' lose it, man. That's almost what it feels like. And you know what? I don't blame you. So, all right, you guys have the Chariot, and then you have it with the Three of Wands here. This is for your opportunity. Your opportunity is all about progress. Okay. It's really like progress. All right. Moving forward on something, making strides towards something, that kind of stuff, most likely having some type of victory here. Okay. That kind of stuff. This is showing up as your opportunity. So I'm telling you, there's something about like getting something in gear here and moving it forward. Okay. Whether you're, gaining control on something, or you are, I almost want to say that gaining control on something, and it's like, then having enough energy to not fizzle out on something, or to, you know what I'm saying? Like that, to be able to kind of like keep cruising on something, but like, I don't want to say like I want to say something speeding up, but it's like, you're going to know how to like navigate that, or it's going to progress you forward in something here. Okay. That kind of stuff. Again, you have the Two of Wands showing up for like how you're part of what you're thinking of here. So I mean, that's already progress. You're already thinking of the plan, and now it's kind of like really moving forward on that. So I like that. So here you go. You have the Six of Wands, and this is showing up as what to do. Okay. So yes, there is definitely something about having attention. Okay. That kind of stuff. Maybe being able to, have attention on you in some sense, that kind of stuff. I also feel like this is like allowing yourself to have attention on you, that kind of stuff. Okay. All eyes on you, that kind of stuff. I feel like this is like preparing your mindset for a victory, that kind of stuff, with the notion that you might be publicly seen for something. Okay. That kind of stuff. But I see this as a good thing. So you have the Queen of Wands. This is showing up as what to avoid. So with this Chariot card and the Three of Wands here, I almost want to say, don't lose your endurance with something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't lose that endurance. Like Queen of Wands, like sometimes sometimes the Queen of Wands can be like obviously fiery, that kind of stuff. So I do feel like this is like, hey, avoid using like all your energy at once. Okay. That kind of stuff. And I'm telling you, there is really, really something about, you cannot hold yourself back. Like you need to like really push yourself to let something out here, because it feels like you're sick of having like a creative block, or feeling stifled, or feeling like you don't have any options, or claustrophobic, that kind of stuff. That stuff, I got to tell you, we're only human, guys. We can only kind of handle that kind of energy for a certain amount of time before it's like, all right, something's got to give here. So I kind of like that, because it feels like this is like a big motivator. Okay. That kind of stuff. So I like this reading for you, Aries. This is cool. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. I hope this reading was helpful and made sense, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements, and I'll see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.